When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
Feel what I've begun.
Ooh. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for a brand new reaction. Today we have some brand new, and keyword is some brand new trailers for House of the Dragon. As you guys know by my previous reaction to the teaser, cause that's what I'm feeling right there. I'm very excited about this upcoming season and about this show. 3 new trailers, 1 for Team Green, 1 for Team Black, and then an overall official trailer. So before we do that, let me know in the comment section below. What are you guys? Are you Team Green? Are you Team Black? Let me know which side you're rooting for and why. And with that being said, let's get into these reactions for today.
True King Aegon!
Okay, let's go.
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace.
On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish.
But Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
I mean, can you blame them?
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace.
But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
Okay, and he just said that so, like,
All my
passively.
life, I've endeavored to serve both my house and the realm. And somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage! For the one true King Aegon!
Okay, so there's the Team Green trailer. Oh, and we do get a release date. Hold up. Okay, June 16th. We got a release date. Okay, it's gonna be a hot summer. If you guys don't know, on the channel here I also do a lot of gaming videos, and not only that week are we getting Game of Thrones, but Elden Ring, another a pretty big game that was influenced by J.J.R. Martin, I think that's his name. Sorry if I got it wrong, I'll correct it, but he actually did some lore to that game as well, one of the best games ever made. But we got a lot going on that week. I'm looking forward to starting the Team Black trailer. Before I do that, I'll keep it really short, right? And I'll kind of give my full thoughts at the end. This is something that I didn't consider. I know the first season we really saw Alicent and Rhaenyra. It was about their story and how those stories overlapped, intertwined, and how Viserys's last few words really pit them against each other head on. But one thing I never really considered was her younger brother, Alicent's son, King Aegon, and what role he'll play in instigating some of this fighting.
Good. To war, then.
To war, then. Like, it's almost like it's a game to him, and I don't think he fully, I mean, at that point of royalty, I don't really think it matters how many lives are lost, but it's going to be interesting to see what role he plays as king. In the first season, he was almost a drunk for the most part, and now he has all this power, and he was afraid of it, and now the crown, he's wearing the crown. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays his role. So we'll jump over to the Team Black trailer, and of course it starts out with a picture of Rhaenyra. Now let's get into this one.
We fight for our queen!
These shots of the dragons, by the way. Whew.
My father chose me his firstborn child, to succeed him. He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne.
There it is, the real
I mean
conflict.
to fight this war and win it.
And see the difference in how she proposes the idea of going to war versus Aegon.
If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful
The Night's Watch.
The High Towers are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
I feel what I've begun.
Ooh. Those shots of those dragons. Oh my gosh, this is, and I said it during the teaser trailer. Obviously, we're gonna get more combat. We're not really seeing arm-to-arm combat. We're not really seeing any dragon-to-dragon combat in these trailers. But these teasers are alluding to it, like, yo, there is going to be a clash at some point in the season. You see Daemon, he is fully armored during this trailer, and we know the warrior that he is. We saw him in battle in the first season. It almost makes you wonder, who is he talking to here? Is he talking to one of his nephews? Is he talking to another one of the houses? There's a lot of people that probably don't want to be standing on the other side of a dragon. And not to get like too nitpicky, but if you can see, it's almost like he's speaking to someone eye level with him, and he's clearly on dragon back here. So now it makes you wonder, okay, is he speaking to another dragon rider? Whether it is a Valerian or a Targaryen, who knows? All speculation, right? So there's more to it, and now we're gonna watch the overall trailer. Once again, I always go into these blind. I do not know if this trailer is just a combination of these two. I'll watch it, I'll react, and if it is, then I'll just kind of summarize it.
My lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace. On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen.
Okay, it looks like it
The
is.
supporters will believe what they wish, but Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
Okay, so this trailer, this is the full trailer. It looks like it's just a combination. One part of the trailer was more dedicated to the greens. The other side of the trailer was more dedicated to the blacks.
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
Once again, that reminds me a lot of Cersei. So many characters, Cersei and Joffrey. The only difference with Joffrey having that untamed arrogance about him, you almost can see that in Aegon a little bit. He has a more calm demeanor, because I do think he understands the fear with what's coming with the throne. But the simple fact that his mother has to remind him, and that she has to be the voice of reason, speaks a lot. Seeing as she directly contributed to the buildup of these events.
We will prevail and bring forth peace.
And this shot right here, this is another one. Is she grieving? Because now, once again, these two families are at war. This, we saw it in the teaser trailer when we saw Rhaenyra with anger. You can tell that's the moment she finds out what happens to her son. This is clearly the black. She's wearing black, and she's grieving here. So it makes you wonder, do we see another child lost? Do we see a family member lost? Perhaps maybe her father? Speculation, who knows? But it adds to the drama.
But you must accept that the path to victory now is one
Sir
of
Simp,
violence.
first of his name.
Good. To war, then.
There you go. How casually he says that. And we're not just talking about a regular war. We're talking about a battle of dragons.
This beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple.
And there's Daemon again, fully armored.
Renounce the false king.
Here's that shot of Alicent from a different angle.
Renounce the false.
Her daughter. Where's her sons? Where's her father? It makes you wonder who are they grieving? Who is lost?
Or your house burns.
And I just gotta say something about Daemon. Like, he's almost like the thing I think we all love about Daemon is clearly Daemon isn't the righteous hero. And I think that's what we all loved about Jon Snow. Not only was Jon Snow the righteous hero, but he was willing to get his hands dirty as well. And we saw his progression as he went from confused to getting it out the mud with the Night's Watch, to experiencing life with the wildlings, to seeing the White Walkers. And he was always that righteous hero up until that moment when his brothers betrayed him. And then he kind of flipped to the other side to, I'm gonna do what's necessary. I'm gonna do what needs to be done for my family, for the North, for the realm, because I know that there's a greater evil out there. With Daemon, you almost wonder what drives him. What's his motivations? What are those things? Because he has that bravado, he has that main character energy that Jon Snow had. So, but he's almost like an anti-hero, because it's like, okay, is he only with Rhaenyra because of he wants the throne? Is he just fighting this war for his brother? Is he fighting this war for... He has so many different motivating factors. He has so many different reasons to want to win this war, and none of them are just for himself. And when those ulterior motives, those possible ulterior motives come to light, you gotta almost wonder, is Daemon the true villain that's playing the puppet, playing the strings from behind the scene? Because he's kind of planted that seed in Rhaenyra early on, and we know how the Targaryens get down. They get nasty. They be doing what they do with their brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins. And maybe he planted that seed early on, knowing that she would one day ascend to the throne. And even if she was queen, I think Daemon was willing to take that risk, knowing he'd become king, and he'll figure it out after, because the key to this whole thing is the realm will never recognize a woman as their leader. And Daemon being king regent, you might as well just make him king at that point. And knowing how Daemon gives it up, he might push Rhaenys off her dragon and take the throne for himself, seeing as he did his original wife in the first season. So I think Daemon is, like, as much as he's gonna be in the limelight, he's my sleeper character this season. Like, it's gonna be really getting into his psychology. I know we're gonna see the kids a lot. We're gonna see his nephews. We're gonna see Aegon. We're gonna see the Hightowers. Rhaenyra is obviously the main character, but Daemon is the one to watch, for me at least. And I'm sure a lot of people will agree.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten.
There she is. So this is that quote that I wanted to revisit.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten. You will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
Now stop for a second and think about what she just said, right? And I love this, because I think what's gonna make House of the Dragon a better show, I don't think it will ever be as big as Game of Thrones was, but what will make it a better show is the fact that there's so many seeds that are planted here, that when you think of Daenerys, now think forward to Game of Thrones, and think of Daenerys at the end when she finally got to King's Landing and she was attacking King's Landing on Dragonback. Now think of Daenerys in that moment and replay this line again.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten. You will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We remember who that happened to. Remember who. So now, not only Daenerys, at that time, Daenerys and Jon were the only two on Dragonback. Daenerys, I believe, was the only one on Dragonback at that time. So now you got to think, the desire to kill and burn, that power, the Mad King, burn them all, the unlimited, what happens when all these dragon riders start to feel that urge and they lose themselves and it becomes burn them all, no one wins. So that was like, I did more of a deep dive than I thought I would. This one is a longer reaction. Obviously, we just went through 3 trailers. For me personally, the side that I'm taking for this season, I'm gonna rock with Team Black. I think the deciding factor is what happened at the end of season 1. It's just like, you know, the High Towers, they're really pitching them as the villains because of, they were playing chess moves. They were playing the Game of Thrones, but I do think Rhaenyra should be she is the rightful queen, and all else are usurpers because her father chose her as queen. So I'm gonna roll with her, and simply for the fact that Daemon is just a badass and I want to see what he's really up to. So I'm Team Black for this season, but let me know once again what you guys think. Are you guys looking forward to House of the Dragon? Are you looking forward to June 16th? Are you as excited for this as I am? Because I think we really have a special show in front of us, and I do believe that they are going to make up for the, I guess you can say, disappointing conclusion of the original show. However, it's all the same to me. Let's see these dragons really turn up. So if you enjoyed this reaction, once again, let me know as well. Hit the like button, subscribe for more. I try and put out reactions every time I see a show that I am looking forward to. I don't react to everything, but we do have other content here as well. And until the next video, you guys, peace.